Um, this is an FTN news. Excuse me. This is an FTN news special report. I'm Great Jakers 1113. How do I put this? The executive branch is in crisis right now. There's a ongoing cabinet meeting. Here's what we know so far. This I think we can. An apparent There is apparently an attempt to invoke the 25th Amendment right now. Apparently an affirmative vote by the cabinet has been made to invoke the 25th. I was getting a stream online, so we just checked. However, the president did just dismiss his cabinet, allegedly. Here are some. Hold on. We are excuse me, this is an just gonna gather some images from just gathering some images from the scenes right now. All we know, here's what we know. Adam Stratton, White House Chief of Staff, has resigned. Okay, the cabinet has voted in the affirmative. To invoke the year 25th. Yeah, it's a bit. Yup. Robbie Beast Pro is, from what we know. I can't 100% confirm this is coming from our source at MSNBC. Whoa, whoa. Yeah. Robbie Beast Pro is apparently from what we know, he's apparently president of the United States. That is, we don't have much details at this time. I have some images, and I'm going to try to pull them up for you right now. Don't mind me. We're doing this live. Doing this in real time. Whoa! So there we go. Those are some recent images out of the White House. Here, look at those. As you can see, the cabinet deliberating the 25th Amendment. Yeah, Robbie Beast Pro is the next president of the United States. That's I can't 100% confirm, but from what we know, Robbie Beast Pro is the president, is the acting president of the United States at this moment. If someone could get me back in there, that'd be nice. Here's just a current look at these scenes outside the White House. Oh, we have something in government updates. Stand by. Stand by. Secretary of Defense, United GPT, resigns. Has resigned. That's So we have another cabinet resignation. So you have another cabinet resignation coming in. Right now, in a statement, he said, "Following tonight's events, my initial plan to resign later in the week to step the speed up to avoid drama." Uh, Currently following these events as they are unfolding. This you're watching FTN. Keep with us. We're going to take a short break. FTN News. We'll be right back. This is... This... This is FTN News in Washington now. As you know, United GPT has resigned from his Secretary of Defense position. Here's a current look at scenes outside the White House. As you can see, large amounts of violence. And you can see violence in the cabinet room. Gonna check for updates now. As you can see, we are right outside the presidential cabinet room. Incoming, okay, we have some other words that apparently the plot has failed. This is a live look inside the cabinet room. Very tense scenes. Come on, Andrew, say something. Hold on, I'll get you on in just a moment, John. We have something in government updates. Okay, Charles T. Montague has resigned from his position as Secretary of State. That's just coming in. John, good evening.
Good evening, Jake. In all honesty, I don't know what's going on. In all honesty, could you brief me on what's happening? Because
how do I say this? 25th Amendment. 25th, an attempt by the cabinet to invoke the 25th Amendment.
All I know at this hour was... Is it even public? Let me see, because I'm not sure.
Check government updates at community news, MSNBC. I want to thank Gato, our colleagues at MSNBC, for helping us out. We've been working closely with Gato Garvia, of course.
Just a minute ago, the Secretary of Defense, United GPT, has resigned. He initially stated he was initially planning to resign later this week in order to keep his role with group management. I believe he has one, but now with citing recent events, he is now gone. He has gone. And we are getting word that someone named...
The shocking amount of violence.
Charles Montague has resigned from being the Secretary of State. That was shared by United just minutes ago, saying, quote, "On a matter of principle regarding mechanisms in place for events that have unfolded, I hereby tender my official letter of resignation. While I believe we have made instrumental progress towards the goals on our international stage, I believe this action is necessary to preserve the foundational aspects of our democracy. Jake, I don't know what to make of this. Are we on? I assume we are on.
I think we're gonna have the vice president with us shortly.
I do have United GPT.
Okay, get him. Stay in the cabinet room. Keep us updated on the situation in there.
Okay.
We're not just doing coverage of the White House. We're just doing coverage of multiple rooms now.
I'm getting United GPT on the line right now. I'm asking him why he resigned. He says, quote, I don't do drama, and with my job at the FCC, I'm no longer political. The 25th is a very political move.
Do you think it's not looking as if the thing has succeeded? I'm going to expect whether if AKA does happening. I'm gonna try to gauge the reactions right now.
If he took a fedora from the Secret Service director position, then that's the right move. It's looking like it will go through. That's what United is telling me right now.
Hold on, I'm gonna see if we can get Andrew on the line here. If you're wondering, this all started because he allegedly accepted a bribe for someone to become Secret Service director. Oh, there was an explosion going on out there. John, what's the situation in the cabinet room looking like?
Just finishing up an interview with United, telling me all the stuff. The situation in the cabinet room at the moment, it's tense. Someone just got killed. Acting Secretary votes don't count. One source is saying.
Has Andrew said anything?
I'm not seeing anything at the moment. I've been arrested.
Who's arresting you? They told us Robbie will be in here shortly.
I've been arrested. I've been detained. I'm not entirely arrested. Okay. I'm being kicked out of the room. I've been kicked out of the room, so I don't have access inside.
Meet me in the vice president's office.
Guy is in the building. He's in the room right now.
Okay, we are. I'm in the process of booking, AKA Cool Guy, right now.
The stretched twig of peace is at a melting point.
This is getting insane.
I've just been kicked out, like, entirely. I'm no longer in the building. Secret Service has escorted me out, in a way. So I'm unable to get in. I will say the situation outside is very tense.
Okay, well, I think I'll be able to stay in. Do you want me to... I might go to the cabinet room then, but I'm not sure because I don't want to risk us getting kicked out either.
Someone just trespassed. I will say that. And there's intense situations on all sides of the White House.
Okay, the VP will be
People
here.
trespassing.
The VP will be in the room shortly. Oh, okay. Stand by, I have new details.
You do. Trying to see if I can get to the other side of the White House to get
The
see what's
cabinet
going on.
is waiting on one vote to remove AKA.
On one vote.
Yeah, one vote.
Interesting situation, interesting context indeed, if true. Kyle J. Spencer is designated acting secretary until the White House confirms otherwise. The State Department shall continue operating in its full capacity. That from the Department of State.
Okay, the 25th vote is open.
Is it going on?
Yeah, the vote is still going on.
Gauging reaction. The ads outside the White House has changed. It was previously ads in support of the president. Now it's just ads for George Dodson's campaign for president.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay, apologies for that.
Yeah, we like to joke. Trying to see if we can get an angle.
From who
or at
we
least-
don't know much. All we know is
Are you
that
still
it's
in the room.
yeah. All we know is that Jiang Jinping is the last to vote.
Zhang, is he a cabinet member?
Yeah, Secretary of Transportation.
That is news to me.
I'll be
He's the
honest.
clerk.
He's also the sergeant at arms for the Senate.
He's everything, isn't he?
Yeah, he does everything.
So apparently this all stemmed from a bribe.
Yeah, this all stemmed after AKA accepted a bribe, allegedly.
From who and for what?
I don't remember the name, but it was for Secret Service director.
Interesting. You know what he was paid? Allegedly?
Don't have much details right now.
Interesting. Just a quick reminder: this the cabinet does have the power to remove the sitting president via the 25th Amendment. So when we say they're invoking the 25th Amendment, they're specifically invoking section. Let's see where it is. Section 4, which reads, quote, whether and this is from the real life one, so I'll have to look up the actual NUSA one. Whenever the vice president, the majority of either the principal officers of an executive department or of such other bodies as Congress may by law provide, transmit to the President pro tempore, the Senate, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives their written declaration that the President is unable to discharge the powers and duties of his office, the Vice President shall immediately assume the powers and duties of the office as acting President. Therefore, when the President transmits to the President pro tempore of the Senate and Speaker of the House of Representatives his written declaration that no inability exists, he shall resume the powers and duties of his office unless the Vice President and the majority of either the principal officers of the Executive Department or such other body as Congress may by law provide, transmitting within 4 days to the President pro tempore, the Senate and Speaker of the House of Representatives their written declaration the President is unable to discharge their duties. Thereupon, Congress shall decide the issue, assembling within 48 hours for that purpose, if not in session. If the Congress within 21 days after receiving the latter written declaration is not in session, blah 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 blah, determines by 2/3 votes of both houses that the President is unable to discharge the powers and duties of the office, the Vice President shall continue to discharge the same as acting President. Otherwise, the President shall resume the powers and duties of the office. It essentially says they have to write a letter, but the President can write a letter to the Speaker and President pro tempore that, hey, I'm able to continue my powers, which will then be the opportunity. I'm locating the White House just went on lockdown, trying to locate the Constitution, see where it's at. Trying to find it.
Okay, we have no clue when that vote is coming,
Let's see. I don't see it anywhere. Let me.
Well,
Okay, I've located the Constitution. It is 11 o'clock on the East Coast, 10 o'clock. What's the news? Or a funny story. Interesting. Let's see. Okay, I found the Constitution, the one that we use. And it reads as follows. It's actually a shortened one. It's essentially the same thing. Whether the Vice President, a unanimous consent of the principal officers of the executive departments, transmit to the PPT of the Senate and the Speaker their written declaration that the President is unable to discharge the powers and duties of his office, the VP shall immediately assume the powers and duties of acting President. Thereafter, whenever the President transmits to the PPT and Speaker his written declaration that no inability exists, he shall resume the powers and duties unless the VP and unanimous consent of the principal officers of the executive transmit within 2 days, 2 that the written declaration that the President is unfit to discharge the duties of his office. Thereupon, Congress shall determine by 2/3 votes of both houses on public forum the President is unable to discharge the powers and duties of his office. The Vice President shall continue to discharge the same as acting President. Otherwise, the President shall resume the powers and duties of his office. So essentially, it's the same thing. But Congress, if they receive a letter,
okay, we have something going on. Apparently, we have Xi Jinping in the Oval Office right now.
And what does that mean?
He's
Doesn't
the
mean
one.
anything.
He is the one remaining vote.
He is the one remaining vote.
Yes, he is the one remaining vote.
Is he holding out?
Inside source told us that, yeah, he may be holding out.
Interesting. I don't know what to say. And it's best I don't say anything about that. You were one who imagined it all those years ago.
Hold on, we're witnessing he may be making his decision. Stand by, stand by. We may have a vote shortly.
I'm leaving the White House as I've been fully escorted, so I'm heading to VS to see if there's any reaction from the people. It's a light situation at VS at the moment. Not a lot of people, just a couple of people in a emergency medical services car. Voting is currently ongoing for the House elections. On the legislative updates, just the judge said this. Our scholars at the Drama Network have told us how impossible it is to remove the president through the 25th. All he has to do is declare he has no such disability, and then he resumes his duties as president and can fire his cabinet before they declare his disability again. Essentially what we've been saying.
Yeah, we're waiting on Zhang Jinping. He's currently holding out. Appears, we do have the Chief Justice in the building, presumably to prepare to give the oath of office if the vote goes through.
Could you request I get access? I did receive this from someone. I'll share it with you. I don't know what this is. Yes, stand by. It appears to have failed. I'm looking at the general chat room, and I'm seeing people saying that it failed. Um, I'm just joking with the Federal Protective Service.
Retract that. You're receiving very much conflicting reports right now.
Yeah, we're getting conflicting reports, and I'm being shot at. Okay, I just received this from a source. It is in the affirmative. The cabinet has voted to remove the president. I'm going to share you the source. I actually...
Wow. It was just published by Truth Paper moments ago. Wow.
Okay, then yeah, it's fair game. Go send it. Go show this on screen. Here it is. Here it is. We have the letter. In my capacity as Vice President of the United States and pursuant to the powers granted to me by the 25th Amendment of the Constitution, I hereby transmit this letter to the Congress to inform you the Cabinet and I have unanimously determined that the President is unable to discharge the powers and duties of his office. The decision is made after careful deliberation is based on a thorough assessment of the nation effectively, to lead our nation effectively in recent conduct. The Cabinet has concluded that the President's actions, including the circumstances surrounding the appointment of the Secret Service Director, represents a dereliction of his duties and has compromised the integrity and function of the office. He goes on to say that I stand ready to fulfill the duties of acting President to ensure a stable and effective administration during this interim period. I also pledge to work closely with Congress to address any concerns and facilitate a transparent and orderly process. I urge Congress to take all necessary actions to support this transition to prioritize the stability and governance of our nation during this critical time. So, just moments ago, this has rarely been done in the history of the United States, and it appears this is the first time in at least a while that this action has been done. Jake, your initial reaction?
Wow, just wow. As a senator, I am.
A group is gathering
in the Oval Office right now.
Outside the White House, I'm seeing many people come in.
This is a sort of mini inauguration for the president. As we are waiting, the Chief Justice is about to administer the oath of office. Ready? Stand by.
Group management recognizes the invocation of the 25th Amendment by the cabinet. TamCon rules apply at this time, and we are just getting word that
Oath
the
of
president
office
has
ongoing.
indeed submitted a letter saying that he is able to discharge the duties, saying that, quote, the evidence used against me was only obtained because I was attempting to see if he was willing to commit disqualified offenses in an attempt to secure my support or to drop out. Jesus.
Got a lot of love from the cabinet this Valentine's Day.
I don't know if I should be laughing.
It's, okay.
I just told you.
Hold on. Let's try to gauge reactions,
AK Cool Guy saying in general chat, quote, Ukrainian refuses to rank me back even though I contested the 25th. They are abusing their official powers and will not stand for this. Surprise party, the Attorney General saying that they'll contest this to the quote-unquote bloody Supreme Court. We might have a constitutional crisis on our hands.
Yep.
Again, I want to remind you the process and how this goes. The 25th Amendment states that the president can be removed if the majority of the cabinet, including the vice president, write a letter to the PPT and the speaker saying that the president is unable to discharge his duties. But the president can regain those powers back if he writes another letter to those same people saying that he is indeed able to do so. If that happens, which has indeed happened, see, where is it? The president will get the duties back. Then Congress will determine by 2/3 vote of both houses if the president is able to discharge the powers and duties of his office. If they are able to come up with that 2/3 majority, he's removed. If not, he stays. Checks and balances at work. What are you seeing inside?
Gauging initial reactions here, a lot of surprise from both sides. Yeah, Chief Justice has left. It's mainly White House staff in the room by now, just sort of still standing where they were when they were watching him get sworn in. This is just a historic moment.
And they treated you like a dog when you were the one who made it. That is stuck in my head all damn day.
I mean, it is a good song. I can't blame you.
That song, though. We're able to... Working with this weird mouse. Oops. Do you think this might pass the House or the Senate? Because it's increasingly... It is certain that Congress will have to decide.
There we have currently, aka Cool Guy, sitting in the cabinet room. Oh. Sitting in the aka Cool Guy.
Okay, someone might be going rogue.
Why is my character moving on his own? Weird. As you can see, he's sitting in the cabinet room, alone. Just a stunning moment.
Who's sitting in the cabinet room? The vice president?
Stunning. John?
I am being mobbed by someone who's trying to go rogue.
Oh, got a rogue officer on your hands. Hold on.
That rogue person just went in the White House.
Which agent? Lion Boy?
Nova, I'll send it to you.
Okay, because apparently we have a set in the Senate group chat. Someone's complaining about a rogue Secret Service agent.
Numnik. Oh, you're just sitting alone? Okay.
In general chat, aka Cool Guy said he has relieved every cabinet member of their duties.
What now?
He's relieved every cabinet member, he said, effective immediately.
Oh, wow.
We are probably experiencing a
constitutional crisis?
Yeah, he is trying to... He is acting as if he was president, you know, so...
Well, who, AK?
Yeah.
Well, he technically is the president again, based on the 25th Amendment. He's already submitted a letter to the President Pro Tempore and not the Vice President, but the Speaker, saying that he is able to do his duties. I'm trying to find the... Saw it first on MSNBC. Restart crisis desk. Wow.
Everybody is currently gathered around in the Oval Office. Okay, so Robbie has been ranked President of the United States.
Mm. Tell Robbie to let me in.
We're probably going to wrap up coverage in a moment, though, so.
I will probably have to take over.
Okay, we have something government updates. Hold on.
Enri POTUS. Okay, it's just a refutation. I'll have a new article to write, that's for sure.
Okay, give me the details of that.
Okay, time for Congress to find the president
Hold
candidate.
on.
The House will disagree with Robbie in like 5
Files,
minutes.
has said something. Chief of Naval Operations said the United States Navy does not recognize Robbie as president.
We have a constitutional crisis on our hands, don't you think?
Indeed.
Right. When you get off, I will continue coverage.
Hold on. I'm gonna... With someone who has more expertise in this legal field with me, is Robbie acting president or president?
Back to the old days of Noosa.
I miss the...
We really are. Well, my journalism experience has prepared me for days like today.
Just create shocking scenes out of the White House.
It is shocking scenes, indeed. And one must wonder about the Congress at this point.
Indeed,
and what they're thinking.
Here's a look at how it went down earlier today. Too interesting.
Photos that are worthy of being artist depicted. Very nice Secret Service agent is protecting us at the moment. He doesn't have to do it, but Tucson teacher loses job over OnlyFans account. Heh.
Okay, we can't secure a interview with the
We can't. Can
maybe
we?
president right now.
I have many things to say, but for the purposes of my job, I will not. But one must definitely wonder about the president. Not the president, but the Congress and how they're reacting. Not just the big shots, but also the little people, the average representatives and senators. One must wonder what they are thinking right now because it is almost certain that they're going to have to decide this.
Okay, I'll give you some insight into that. Everyone's just posted like, "Yo," it was just briefly at around 10 when it all began to go down. It began to freak out. Everyone just began to lose it. I'm not gonna put this on the air, but
Yeah, of course.
I'm not gonna put the
But are
screen.
they still freaking out now? Or is it calmed down?
Everyone's calmed down. We're just sort of taking it all in on DC.
And that's just the Senate side. But remember, this also has to be determined via the House as well. So one must wonder about the House itself and what they are thinking at this moment.
I could see this coming. Like, I didn't think though that it would actually be pulled off.
I'm seeing a okay, I'm being let in. We're
If
being
there are
let
any
in by someone.
people who are tech
Kyle
savvy,
J. Spencer is letting us in.
if there are any tech savvy people here, why is my keyboard not releasing? Why is my character moving on its own? It's getting quite annoying, especially when you're trying to stream.
I have a question for liberals. Why does it hurt when I pee?
Where was that explosion?
Is there an explosion?
Yeah.
The BBC's. Uh-oh. It appears that AK is the president after declaring he has no disability and he has fired the cabinet. Oh god, that's funny.
Okay, so AKA Cool Guy is president once again.
Mm-hmm.
We have Dev Garalis in the building.
USM does not recognize Robbie.
So AKA Cool Guy is once again president of the United States.
Wow. This has been an eventful night, to say the least. Let's see if I can head in. One must think about the state of the country at this moment. You have different people not recognizing different people. It is all just a burning memory at this point. People, we will look back at this day, honestly, and people will decide how did we get to this point. And after we get through this, what's next? Will this change dramatically
Okay,
the
we have
course of
some.
New Super?
Okay, 3 pings and government updates.
3 things in government updates. Let me check.
Oh, we just got
Oh.
something moments ago from Robbie. Stand by, stand by.
Oh boy. It's the same thing again.
Yeah, they say. Wow.
People are just going rogue left and right. People
Yeah,
are
there's
just
no clear sign of authority.
it's anarchy at this point. People are picking their sides for sure. I've joined you in the office. Hello, hello,
Hello,
hello.
hello, welcome.
I brought party favors. The situation is chaotic but controlled. This I fully.
Oh, Charles
This
T.
from one.
Montague putting it well. This is quite a good civics lesson, I have to say.
It is indeed a good civics lesson, something that they don't even teach in class. Okay. What? Is this true? Okay, no, it's not true. I thought it was.
From when you were outside, explain the situation.
The situation is a chaotic mess. People just take fine left and right.
Okay, everyone's just spamming the group chat now. This is...
FTN, we don't even know what to say at this point.
This is just... wow.
What, Jake? What even is there to say at this point? Because at some point we're gonna have to wrap it up. So how would we want to leave it?
Right now, the situation is still developing. We don't know whether it's still ongoing. We won't know whether it's still ongoing or if it's already ended until once it's all settled.
I will say this, there will be an article tomorrow on ftnnews.com, ftn-news.com, explaining tonight's events and where we go from there. I am a trained journalist.
Stay tuned this weekend for an all-new Parker Jackson tonight, of course. With Parker Jackson primetime.
One must think.
I think we kind of have that show. I think I know what we're going to be talking about during that show.
Stand by. Stand by. We are having late breaking news. The House is currently voting on whether the president will stay or be removed. They are doing an internal Discord vote, but you can see it in the Discord channel. I don't know if we want to pull that up for you. But the vote is currently 0-0, with the Speaker and Representative Judge voting nay.
Send me a link to the vote.
This might end very quickly.
Send me the vote link.
Trying.
Oh, I see. I found it.
Yeah.
Okay, day and nay.
I don't think we'll have a full vote by tonight. People are being arrested and someone's gone rogue. I've been arrested. For murder, apparently. Wow.
We caught that all on video.
Wow.
We'll gladly turn over that footage. You say we wrap it up?
Okay, FTN News will indeed have coverage. I will be on the air, most likely.
Malva said FTN News that this is a...
Good night, and do indeed stay safe.
Stay safe in DC.
Good night. Okay, yeah, I'll take over. You You can hit the hay if you'd like. I will go ahead and immediately take over. Restart the stream.
Oh, the feed's still live. You can just take over.
Yeah, I'm trying to, but
I'll cut my feed.
Okay,
3, 2. Feed has been cut. There we go. And you're on.
stand by very shortly. We will have continuing coverage throughout the night. I just need to make sure screen capture is actually working. Window capture. And we go to Roblox, I hope.
Yeah, but disconnect now.
Okay. Stay safe. And you are indeed watching FTN News. I'm John of Doom reporting in Washington. We are continuing our coverage of the situation, what would appear to be a constitutional crisis. We will remain on the air for as long as we possibly can. Just trying to get the screen in order. So hang on just 1 second while I make the appropriate adjustments. It's not for some reason it's not recognizing my Okay, there we go. There we go. Window capture. Hopefully. That's just one of them. So I can't really do much. Yeah, I can't say for sure. I'm gonna be able to do so, but I am we're staying on the air for as long as we can. Very nice. Okay, just getting word from the last few minutes, a statement from the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, who have said, and I quote, all cabinet members who have invoked the 25th Amendment are now under arrest for treason. The United States military will not entertain the notions of revolutionaries and will appoint a rational and justified leader, Large Titanic II. Any attempts to deactivate from this will be met with lethal force. Martial law has been declared and the United States military has been deployed to D.C. to maintain order. God bless America. Wow. So the military is officially stepping in and will be appointing someone. Gotta figure out what we're doing. Okay, this from the Speaker of the House. The Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff has 24 hours to revoke his appointment or impeachment proceedings will begin for the entirety of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Emperor XD, Senator Emperor XD, President Pro Tempore said, quote, I call on the U.S. military to do the right thing. Creating a bigger issue will not help anyone. Let's see. This one from Representative Judge. Any advisory opinions on impeachments by SCOTUS will not be followed The House and Senate solely decide impeachment proceedings. One must think. I think we're gonna take it to the event stage. Okay, we can't really. Uh-oh. Yeah, we can't. Screw it. Guessing we can't. Wow. One must think at this moment what this means. Yes, I can see you leaving. So, I'm just trying to figure out what this all means, essentially. Just a bit of chaos, he says, as he's just doing his job protecting our nation's assets. This will be, without a doubt, pivotal within the next few days, weeks, months, God knows when. The Speaker of the House says, quote, any department or agency that supports this revolutionary force will not receive funding from the federal government. And wow. Oh, wow. Pink. Just shouting something. We might just do a form. I think that'd be reasonable. If we just do a form. Let's see. Are we able to do that? I believe we are. We're just going to go ahead and join. See what we can bring up. Do audio capture. We are indeed on the air.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up? You got something to say on the situation?
You're indeed on the air. Yeah, there's like a full-blown war at the White House right now.
A full-blown war, you say?
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
You're seeing anything on the internet?
Yeah, the whole. Yeah, there's like a full-blown war at the White House right now. Full-blown war, you say? Yeah, it's crazy, man.
It indeed is crazy. encourage the Joint Chiefs of Staff to reach out to me or face immediate impeachment in regards to the entire situation that's going on right now. Well, this is an interesting night so far. We're approaching the 11 o'clock hour, and there's immense confusion on who is the president. A coup might be staged. Things are happening.
It's getting wild here.
It is getting wild indeed. Your initial reaction?
Man, it's just crazy, dog.
John, do you want to perms in the event channel?
I don't have event perms. I believe in a moment we will have someone join us to discuss the situation, but I do have this from
Accept the invite, please, John.
the commanding, I believe they're the commanding
Go up.
general of the army, 103315, who has said, and I quote, "I ordered the Army military police to stand down. I advise my counterparts to do the same with stability at an all-time low. More fighting on the streets of DC is not what is needed. The government needs to solve this without the threat of a military coup hanging over everyone's head." Oh wait, we are. Okay, we can. We can join, I believe. Do you just want to moderate, bring people up, because
Okay.
things are indeed happening.
What do you want me to name the channel right now?
Yeah, go do whatever.
Okay.
The commanding general of the Army military police, I should say, has made that statement I referenced earlier. Thank you for that. Was called on his counterparts to step down, as the military Army MP has done the same. It's hard to forget there's an election going on. Sign-ups are currently going on. Is Adam on? No, bring on Hippie. Okay, need to rejoin. Okay, there we go. Go ahead.
Good evening.
Your initial reaction regarding tonight's events.
Man, it's just wild to see. It's always interesting when people get at each other's throats over a Lego game.
You believe so?
Well, it's chaotic.
Okay, let's, Swatastic, you're on. You're on live. Bring him up. One must wonder if we're all just gonna wake up in the morning and think, what the heck have we done?
Hello, John. My initial reactions are not surprised. Probably been in the planning for a while. As, well, the president really isn't the most popular or liked person right now, as you can see by the community polls. And I think the usage of the military is AK's last chance of remaining in power.
Okay. Thank you. Let's go to 103315, who's requested to speak in private. Not who's requested to speak in the DM. So, We're gonna drag you in. You said so, so you're gonna get it.
Thank you, John.
Thank you. Once that MacBook died, you gotta plug it in. So we'll not bring him up until we can. We're just looking at these. There's American Online. The group holder. Who is not going to be commenting. Let's, let's bring up Adam Stratton. It is 11 o'clock Central, 12 o'clock Eastern. Adam, are you on?
Yep.
You want to say something?
Yeah. The cabinet had spent the last 3-4 hours voting and deliberating. There were issues of constitutionality presented. The president was found to have taken a bribe, having fired the old Secret Service director, Daniel Regan, against the recommendation of myself and the Secretaries of Homeland Security, hired an individual's account whose account was made almost a year ago, and it was found that this individual had a classic fedora but no longer has it. There was an investigation conducted by the Bureau of Internal Affairs and the group management, who will release its findings shortly, that determined that Andrew effectively took a bribe.
How shortly are we talking about?
I don't know. Depends on who's going to wake up or not. Ukrainian's with his wife right now, so who knows. He's pretty pissed off. But in which case, it was determined that the president, having been presented the circumstantial evidence by the group management and various other sources, had been found to have been bribed to take a bribe, having appointed that Secret Service director, who nobody knows, whose account was made almost a year ago. And it was effectively not clear. So the cabinet voted unanimously to invoke the 25th Amendment. Subsequently, the Secretaries of Defense and State resigned. You can ask them for their reasons. But the Secretaries of Transportation, Homeland Security, Treasury, and who else was it? Defense couldn't vote since United GPT resigned. Charles Montague could not vote because he resigned, although they both voted aye. And the Attorney General is not a confirmed cabinet member, therefore he could not vote. So, having all the confirmed cabinet members vote in the affirmative, he was removed from office. Subsequently, Andrew transmitted a letter to the United States Congress declaring that he is actually fit to execute his duties of the office. Immediately thereafter, the voting members of the cabinet unanimously appealed the decision made by Andrew. Pursuant to the 25th Amendment, he is therefore removed from office until the House and Senate votes on the 25th Amendment determination. And it's my understanding that the House is undertaking a vote right now at this time. Now, if the House votes in the affirmative to keep Andrew in office and the Senate votes in the negative, then Andrew is thereby removed from office permanently. And as you know, John, I just resigned from my post as White House Chief of Staff in protest against the president, against Andrew. I believe he's unfit to execute his duties of the office, and I've been in the room for every decision that he's made, every policy action that he's made. I've been the driving force for every decision this administration has made, and I can no longer stay in confidence that this president can execute his duties properly, having just been bribed.
It does state, however, I do need to correct you on this, that both houses need to vote to in the 2/3 majority to keep and to remove the president from office. So if one house fails and the other approves, then he would still be in office.
No. No, that's not correct, John. Having been somebody who was there in the writing of the Tim Constitution, as someone who still speaks to Tim Geithner to this day, that is not correct. Both houses need to vote in the affirmative to keep Andrew as president. If there is a difference of opinion between either house, then Andrew remains removed as president. It's also important to note that since the cabinet appealed the determination of President Andrew, he is no longer in power for the duration of these proceedings. Robbie is now the acting president of the United States, effective 20 minutes ago. And the group management should be making an announcement shortly about that.
I do not know if you've seen this, but let me see. What was his name? Trying to find it. That AKA apparently fired all the cabinet immediately after resuming, taking back the powers for that short period of time. Do you have any?
Yeah, that was false. The cabinet is in a room right now discussing this in a group chat, and no member of the cabinet has been given notice that they have been removed. So it has not happened. Furthermore, the president has not transmitted any sort of intention to remove the cabinet. It's also important to note that if this action was actually undertaken, if Andrew, having resumed office for the 20 minutes that he was acting president, did actually fire the cabinet, then it would only be left up to the vice president of the United States, Robbie, to invoke the 25th as per the Constitution. So if this did actually in fact happen, which it is not, because no member of the cabinet has been given notice that they are removed, then effective immediately, Robbie would be the only determination. And I am now being added to a call with the group management, so I will now leave. I will rejoin shortly. Thank you, John.
Looking at images outside the White House, where a group of people have started to gather, a bunch of cars scattered through the street. Not sure what exactly is going on, but when we have more information, we will tell you as soon as we get more details. I want to go now to 103315. Are you available? And Blue, you're just gonna choose people next time after this one.
You want me to choose people?
Yeah, choose like random people, and because I'm just gonna try to take some B-roll.
Okay.
We're just looking at apparent trespassers getting inside. Not sure.
Robbie Beast Pro, Vice President.
Hello.
Is that the Vice President? The Robbie?
Yep.
Wow. It's obviously been an eventful night for you. You have an initial reaction to anything?
Okay, so just to explain this to everybody, we've received proof that Andrew fired the SS Deputy Director and the Director after receiving a trade for a classic fedora from the individual who is now, well, I removed him, but was the SS Director. In essence, we know that he accepted a bribe for the position, and that is why an emergency cabinet meeting was called. The 25th was invoked. The Attorney General was not invited because he was not confirmed by the Senate. Okay? Just to clear that up. He's not confirmed. He's not going to be voting. I'm going to leave soon, but I'm just going to clear things up. The USM protests that are going on, we're looking to deal with it. It's not professional. It's not needed. It's only fueling the drama even more. The 25th was invoked. There's a lot more reasons why the 25th was invoked, and once I clear everything up, I'll be releasing a statement about everything that's went on tonight. However, as of now, I've fired the SS Director and Deputy Director that Andrew appointed, and reappointed the same SS Director and Deputy Director that were there before, being Daniel Reagan and Mike Ritter.
I believe there's now a constitutional crisis in light of tonight's events.
There's definitely a lot that needs to be reviewed and looked at. I wouldn't say everything has went according to plan. I wouldn't say everything has went perfectly. This is definitely elevated above our government level and needs to be reviewed by group management for sure.
Thank you. We will
I have
definitely
to
keep
go
in
now?
touch.
Yes.
I do believe, let's see, who wanted to come on? Nunik? Is that how you pronounce it?
What's up?
Yeah, hi, your initial reaction.
We got free AK. Free AK. He did nothing wrong. Robbie's trying to take over the government.
You think Robbie's trying to take over the government?
Yeah, it's a coup.
Anything else to say?
Nah.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to the, President Pro Tempore Emperor XC who wants to speak. Is he there?
I sent him the thing. He hasn't picked it up.
Good evening, you're live on FTN. You have a statement. Well, are we? Oh no.
No, Emperor's not here yet.
Emperor's not. Okay, he's raised his hand.
I've tried again. Come on, Emperor. I think he's AFK.
Okay, we will come back to Emperor in just a few minutes. Bring up someone random. I don't know.
Okay.
Vin Blob, apparently.
And Blob, there he is.
Hey, what's going on?
Good evening, you're live on FTN. What's going on?
Well, I just wanted to make a quick statement here. In light of all this chaos, I think it's quite clear that the people who intended to serve as president in our next election are all completely unfit for office, and that's why I'm endorsing Jordy Harris for president. I think the station has made far too many mistakes again and again, and eventually there comes a time where we need to learn. And we really need, I think, in light of this crisis, we really need to think about the direction that we're heading in the future, since we haven't, an election in just a few weeks.
Anything else you would like to say?
Nope, that'll do it.
It's gonna be a long night. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Let's go to Cody 2.
Cody.
There we go.
Cody, you're live.
Oh, Emperor's here. That's
Emperor's
Emperor.
on? Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Emperor.
there. Sorry.
Mr. Pro Tempore, good evening. You're live on FTN. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I have plenty to say. First of all, it's way past my bedtime.
I want to go to sleep.
Yeah, me and you both have been up since, the crack of dawn. Essentially, the Senate decided to open an inquiry into the Secretary of Homeland Security, and we were actually about to subpoena him when we were given information that something else was about to happen, which just happened, obviously. Obviously, we don't know if we're going to go through the inquiry because of what's going on right now. We did have credible information that the director and deputy director are both alt accounts. The director who posted in his announcement claimed that he was there since 2017 when his account was created in 2022. So that gave a little suspicion, and then his friend, who's another alt, if you look up the accounts, it makes sense as to why they were given the positions that they were given, and we wanted to know why this was happening. The Secretary of Homeland Security, after being reached out to, did state that he had no information and did not really know and was not aware of what would happen, and that AKA appointed them himself and essentially kept everyone out of the loop.
Okay.
So.
Anything else?
That's practically about it. I mean, obviously we're gonna follow this closely since it's come to us now and it's on our doorstep. So.
Oh, I miss my bed.
Yeah, I'm going to bed now. Good night.
Thank you. Who else would like to come on?
Hello.
And Anthony.
How you doing tonight, folks? First off, I want to give a shout out to the guys, Vin Blob and then Cody. Vote them for House. Second off, we know the price of a group. 1 CF gets you a group to admin abuse for a couple hours. Very proud of this group. Very proud of all of it. And one last thing to say. Yeah. Great job, USM. I enjoyed the coup. Very fun. Thank you. Have a good night.
Who do we have next? As the tables turn, let's Beastie C10. Followed by United and Nunic.
Alright.
Because I really want to go to bed.
Beastie, accept it. No? Okay, we'll move to United then. And we'll move to Nunic then.
Okay, Nunic is not, Frost, is he in the chat? Is he in? Yeah, Frostbleed.
Frost.
Yeah, move him up.
Yep.
Hello.
You're live on FTN. What's the latest?
So I just wanted to clear the record on the Secret Service Director situation for a moment. I just wanted to say that I had no say in the removal of Daniel Regan. I was so incredibly vehemently against the removal of Daniel Regan. Basically what happened was the president comes to me one night and just goes, "We're firing Daniel." I was just so incredibly shocked by this. I just wanted to clear the air and say that was not my choice at all. Asking for Daniel's resignation was the hardest thing I've ever done. And he was an excellent director from what I've seen. It was absolutely terrible. And when that alt came in as director, I felt so sickened. I wanted to resign at that moment, but I just wanted to take this moment to say it wasn't up to me in the end. It was the fucking worst.
Anything else?
No, that's all.
Thank you. Adam wants to speak again, so let's go to Adam.
Yep. Alright, Adam?
Yeah, going back to what the Secretary of Homeland Security said, I was involved in almost every personnel decision made in the White House, and that was something that I was not involved in. And it was extremely disconcerting to have the secretary and everybody else, including me, disregarded in firing this individual. It's also my knowledge that this person is an alternate account and offered the president a bribe in return for a classic fedora and $500 US. That's at least what I'm being told at this moment in time. I believe at this moment the group managers are in talks right now to consider banning the individuals involved, including Andrew. However, don't take my word for it. The evidence, having been overwhelmingly circumstantial, ties the president into this. That's all I've got to say.
Thank you, Adam. Let's see, who else would like to speak at this point? We're stalling time.
Just submit your request to speak.
Anyone.
We'll come to you.
Otherwise, we're just gonna end it.
Alright, got someone. There you go.
You're live.
How's it going, everybody?
Evening.
So, I'm good. So my initial reaction to all of this is Andrew should not have taken that bribe, and he's a piece of shit, but that's just my opinion. Congress is right, and the cabinet is right by invoking the 25th and getting him out of here. I believe Robbie should be president. God bless America. That's all I got to say, Mr. John Oakdale.
Thank you, Beastie. You're alive.
Beastie, accept it this time, please.
If not, we're not gonna accept you. Screw it. Seems like everyone's down in lounge, so we're just gonna end it here. Let's all go to lounge.
Damn, so many
Oh
people
God,
are
the
So Adam,
echo.
so Adam, when are you gonna announce your bid for president so I can beat you?
Vin, I love you, buddy.
We're going to stop it here. Thanks for watching. More news tomorrow. Bye-bye.